following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Afternoon, everybody.
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you? What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Jump up in the air and stuff that son of a bitch in there, Chief.
The issue here is not whether we broke a few rules or took a few liberties with our female party guests. We did.
Well, let's start the insanity. Giddy up.
Hello again. This is Mark Corrallo bringing to you the Songs You Should Know show. This time we are coming at you from Seacrets, that's spelled S-E-A-C-R-E-T-S, a Jamaican-themed bar, restaurant, and nightclub on the shores of the Assawoman Bay in Ocean City, Maryland. This place started out as a really cool little private club, and it has grown into something almost of Disneyland-like proportions. Every year they seem to add another stage, another bar area, another something or other. It's lost a bit of its charm, but hey, here we are. Seacrets, USA. The crowd seems to be getting a little anxious, so let's get this party started.
When I grow up to be a man, I dig the same things that turned me on as a kid. Will I look back and say that I wish I hadn't done what I did? Will I joke around, still joke around, and still dig those songs, still dig those songs? Will I grow up to be a man? Will I look for the same things in a woman that I dig in a girl? 15. Will I settle down faster? Will I first when I travel the world? 16. So I am young and free, I'm young and free. But how will it be? How will it be? Will I grow up to be a man? Will my kids be proud or think their old man's really a square? 18, 19, when they're out having fun, yeah, will I still wanna have my share? 20, will I love my love, I love my love, the rest of my life, the rest of my life? Will I grow up to be a man? What will I be? Will I grow up to be? She was always mine, and she lived as people do, and forget what we've been through. It's not that she's gone away, yeah, it's the things I hear that she has got to say about me and about my friends. believer again. Tonight have to see my friends. I know. I see what it means when she says, yeah, I want you back. I want you back. I want you. She says, she says, she says, she says, she says, she says, I want you back. She says, she says, I want you and only you. She says, she says, she says, she says. See me as I am, on my own, not trying to find you. No more crying, lying next to you. Any way you can, any way you can. Just take my hand, take my hand, big boss man. Winter, summer, fall passes us by, both you and I. Out of fashion, passion, stars in the night. Any way you can, any way you can. Just take my hand, big boss man. Any way you can. Just take my hand, big boss man. Sitting picture still, all is calm, all is bright. Sunshine kissing me, watch it and see, you'll get it right. Any way you can, any way you can. Just take my hand, take my hand, big boss man. Big boss man.
We started the show off with the Beach Boys with their 1965 release, When I Grow Up to Be a Man. This is at a time when leader and songwriter Brian Wilson had a strong desire to reinvent himself as an individual, not as a boy writing about cars, girls, surfing, and beer. This one made it all the way up to number 8 in the U.S. singles charts, and was used as the opening credits on a great AMC show a few years ago, Men of a Certain Age. It was a Ray Romano project, and I think it lasted about 3 seasons before it was canceled. If you haven't seen the show, try to find it, Men of a Certain Age. I heard that Ray Romano was upset that that excellent show got canceled. I was upset too. It was a really good program and a really good study of men in their 40s, of which I was once. Next came the Hoodoo Gurus giving us their version of I Want You Back, a completely different and, in my opinion, better song than the Jackson 5's I Want You Back. The Hoodoo Gurus were an Australian rock group. This particular song came off their debut album, Stone Age Romeos, released in 1984. And this song is a perfect example of the impetus behind the Songs You Should Know show. It's not a song important in rock and roll history, but it's a great song that most people don't know, and because it's a great song, you should know it. Nancy Sinatra followed that with Boss Man. That was off her 2004 album called Nancy Sinatra, not to be confused with her 1966 album called Nancy. I wish I was prolific and popular enough to have one album released under the name Mark and another album released 40 years later under the name Mark Corrallo. Well, I guess there's still time. Let's continue on now. I've got a song here that's dedicated to a special girl from the past. I will leave it at that. She knows who she is. This is Voice of the Beehive.
The man in the moon is my man. He never says nothing, so I know he understands. He's the brother I never had, the husband I never want. He's everything to everyone, he's famous, he's the man in the moon. He's the man in the moon. The man in the moon is my man. The man in the moon is my love caravan. He'll never break my heart, I know he's here to stay. Tell all the other boys to go away. I'll take the man in the moon. I'll take the man in the moon. He's always dressed properly. He's always where I can see him. He's always there when I need him. The man in the moon's got the style and flat. His dinner guests include the sun and Saturn. The cow jumps over, he knows all the astronauts. I would be a space case if it were not for the man in the moon. For the man in the moon. He's always dressed properly. He's always where I can see him. He's always there when I need him. The man in the moon's a pearl of a guy. I trust him on Venus, he's not the cheating type. He don't talk, so we don't fight. I'll take the man in the moon. I'll take the man in the moon. He's always dressed properly. He's always where I can see him. He's always there when I need him.
You're tuned to the voice of peace and good music, coming live from the North Sea all through the night on 259 meters medium wave, the voice of Radio Caroline.
She's like a rainbow, coming seen her dressed in blue? See the sky in front of you, and her face is like a sail, spoken white, so fair and pale. Have you seen a lady fair? She comes in colors everywhere. She combs her hair. She's like a rainbow. Coming colors in the air. Everywhere. She comes in colors. Have you seen her all in gold? Like a queen in days of old. She shoots colors all around, like the sunset going down. Have you seen the lady Pharaoh? She comes in colors everywhere. She combs her hair. She's like a rainbow. Coming colors in the air. Oh, everywhere. She comes in she's like a rainbow, coming colors in the air, all everywhere. She comes in colors. Everybody's go-go wild. Will the go-go crowd have their 4-speed sticks now? Go better with go. They ride 40-foot waves just to get their kicks now. Go better with go. But when they really want to go, you know they always stop for a real cool Coke. It's the one they're hot for. Things go better with Coca-Cola. Things go better with Coke. Life's more fun when you're refreshed, and Coke refreshes you the best. Things go better with Coke. Yeah, the girls are 2 to 1 where the go-go crowd goes. Go better with Coke. It's the jerk and the surf that the go-go crowd knows. Go better with Coke. You'll never shut them down, you'll never pass them over. They're super stocked with Coca-Cola. Things go better with Coca-Cola. Things go better with Coke. Fun goes better with food, goes better with you, go better with life, goes better with things go better with Coke. Things go better with Coca-Cola. Things go better with Coke. I bought a brand new airmobile, it custom made. 'Twas a flight DeVille with a powerful motor and some hideaway wings. Pushing on the button and you will hear her sing. Now you can't catch me, baby, you can't catch me. 'Cause if you get too close, you know I'm gone like a cool breeze. New Jersey Turnpike in the wee hours. I was rolling slow because of drizzling showers. Yeah, come on flat top, he was moving up with me. Then come waving goodbye in a little old souped up jitney. I put my foot in my tank and I began to roll. Moaning siren, 'twas a state patrol. So I let out my wings and then I blew my horn. Bye-bye New Jersey, I become airborne. Now you can't catch me, baby, you can't catch me. 'Cause if you get too close, you know I'm gone like a cool breeze. Flying with my baby last Saturday night, wasn't a gray cloud floating in sight. Big full moon shining up above. Huddle up, honey, be my love. Sweetest little thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna name you Maybelline. Flying on the beam, set on flight control. Radio tuned to rock and roll. 2-3 hours done passed us by. Altitude dropped to 505. Fuel consumption way too fast. Let's get on home before we run out of gas. Now you can't get me. No, baby, you can't get me. 'Cause if you get too close, you're gone like a cool. Another bad habit of mine. Out of habit, out of habit. I can't be held responsible, it helps me unwind. She said it was another bad habit of mine. I went out drinking, and don't you know, I didn't come home till 3:45. I got the boogie fever, and would you believe? She said, how come you always the last one to leave? It's out of habit. Circle and I took a hit. Out of habit, out of habit. I can't be held responsible, it helps me unwind. She said it was another bad habit of mine. Out of habit, out of habit. Well, I can't be held responsible, it helps me unwind. She said it was another bad habit of mine.
We started that set off with Man on the Moon from Voice of the Beehive, a pop rock band formed in London in 1986 by two California sisters, Tracy Bryn and Melissa Belland. And they co-wrote that beautiful song, Man on the Moon. The Rolling Stones followed that with She's a Rainbow, off their 1967 album, Their Satanic Majesty's Request, with the very cool 3D cover, currently hanging on the wall at my house if you want to come by and see it. It has been called by some the prettiest and most uncharacteristic song that Mick Jagger and Keith Richards ever wrote for the Rolling Stones. It got as high as number 25 in the U.S. That was followed by Jan and Dean's version of a Coca-Cola commercial, which you will hear smattered throughout these programs. I guess Coke contracted with various recording artists at the time to do their version of the then Coca-Cola theme, with some of the artists' personality and songwriting interspersed with the jingle. Throughout the course of these programs, I'm including several versions that I like the best, but this Jan and Dean one I think is my favorite of them all. That was followed by Chuck Berry's You Can't Catch Me. That was released in 1956 and has a kind of interesting history. Chuck Berry's music publisher sued John Lennon for copyright infringement because of the melodic similarity between You Can't Catch Me and the Beatles' 1969 song Come Together. The suit was settled out of court, and as part of the settlement, John Lennon included a cover version of You Can't Catch Me on his 1975 album, Rock and Roll. Next came a band called BR5-49, giving us Out of Habit off their 1998 release, Big Backyard Beat Show. BR5-49 is actually a telephone number from the very early days of residential telephone service. We finished the setup with Cheap Trick giving us Big Eyes off their In Color LP, which was the jacket that featured a color photograph of the two cool-looking guys in the band on a motorcycle, and black and white photograph of the two uncool-looking guys on the rear riding mopeds. In Color was their second studio album, released in 1977. And while the album ultimately gained respect, ranking number 443 on Rolling Stone magazine's list of the 500 greatest albums of all time, none of the singles or songs on that album ever charted in the U.S. In fact, 1977 was a pretty dismal year for popular music in the U.S. A little while ago, I was driving in the car listening to XM radio, and I flipped to the 70s channel, somewhat by mistake, and airing at that time was a Casey Kasem American Top 40 show that was originally released in 1977. Now, 1977 was the time when the punk rock and new wave movement was gaining steam in England and gaining some chart success there. But in the USA, here's what the top 5 songs were on Casey Kasem's American Top 40 that afternoon. The week is October 15th, 1977, and the number 5 song in the country. That was the Cantina Band doing the theme from Star Wars. Number 4. That's Rock and Roll from Sean Cassidy. I got news for you, Sean. That's not. Number 3.
Nobody does it better. Makes me feel sad for the rest. No.
Carly Simon with Nobody Does It Better. Number 2. Casey and the Sunshine Band doing Keep It Comin' Love, and the number 1 song in the country the week of October 15th, 1977.
Many dreams I kept deep inside me, alone in the dark, but now you've come along.
Can you believe the state of American Top 40 music in the fall of 1977? Here's what the kids in England were listening to at the same time.
Well, that was pleasant. Nice of him to stop by, don't you think?
We've got to do something. He's serious this time. I think he knows about the exams.
He's right.
You're right. We got to do something.
Absolutely.
You know what we got to do? Toga party.
We're on double secret probation, whatever that is. We can't afford to have a toga party.
You guys up for a toga party?
Toga! Toga!
Yeah, I think they like the idea, Hoove.
Oh, Otter, please don't do this.
I got news for you, pal. They're going to nail us no matter what we do. So we might as well have a good time. Toga, 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 toga.
professing the right to teach us our direction, but I found out on close inspection true imperfection. I'm looking for a new direction. We're in the world of mine. I took the wood was resurrection. Then he took me out to climb. Higher and higher, higher and higher, higher and higher. Guess it was higher, higher
jumped up and you're gone. And then you jumped up and you're gone. The cheated, you lied, you put the hurt on me. It really, really did me wrong. Now that I see what you've done to me, I just sit here by the phone. Sitting here by the phone.
That was the Pleasure Seekers doing I'd Never Thought You'd Leave Me. They were an all-female garage rock band from Detroit in the early to mid-1960s. The band was formed by the Quattro sisters, Susie, who was 15, and her sister Patty, who was 17. Of course, Susie Quattro went on to have a reasonably successful solo career, and you probably know her from the Happy Days show as Leather Tuscadero. If you go on YouTube and search for videos of the Pleasure Seekers performing live in the mid-60s, I think you'll agree that they were a little bit ahead of their time. Before that, we had Echo and the Bunnymen giving us New Direction off their 5th studio album, released in 1987, self-titled. Interesting, their 5th album was the first one that they self-titled. As it turned out, no one in the band was that happy with the album. It wasn't that the songs were bad, they felt it had been overproduced. Band member Will Sargent referred to it as an overcooked fish, and Ian McCulloch, 10 years later, thought the mixes still sounded like crap. Before that, the Marquis gave us Last Night, instrumental recorded and released in 1961, reached number 3 in the U.S. The Dandy Warhols gave us the Dandy Warhols TV theme song. That was off their debut studio album, released in 1995, called Dandy's Rule OK. And we started off with The Clash giving us I'm So Bored with the USA, off their 1979 release, Give 'Em Enough Rope. That song apparently was originally called I'm So Bored with You, but morphed into an indictment of a lot of things American. So, a reminder that we are broadcasting from Seacrets USA, Bayside in Ocean City, Maryland. Come by and buy me one of their famous drinks, referred to as Pain in the Ass. I guess that's because it required 2 different blended drinks mixed together. Again, probably when they were small and working out of one bar and one blender. Now they're working out of a bank of Slurpee machines, so I doubt if it's much of a pain in the ass anymore. But we do like saying hello to the audience and taking requests, so swing by and check us out if you can find parking. I also want to remind you that you can reach out to us via email at songsyoushouldknowshow@gmail.com. There's no punctuation in that. songsyoushouldknowshow@gmail.com. Reach out, tell us what you like, what you don't like, and we'll possibly respond to you in a timely or untimely manner. Let's keep the music going with some Everly Brothers.
Johnny is a joker, he's a bird, a very funny joker. He's a bird, but when he jokes my honey, he's a dog. His joking ain't so funny, what a dog. Johnny is a joker, that's a a love song, like a bird sings the sweetest love song you ever heard. But when he sings to my gal, what a howl. To me he's just a wolf dog on the prowl. Johnny wants to fly away and fulfill my baby. He's a bird dog. Hey bird dog, get away from my quail. Hey bird dog, we're on the wrong trail. Bird dog, you better leave my lovely love alone. Hey bird dog, get away from my chick. Hey bird dog, you better get away quick. Bird dog, you better find a chicken little of your own. Johnny kissed the teacher. He's a bird. He tiptoed up to reach her. He's a bird. Well, he's a teacher's pet now. He's a dog. What he wants he can get now. What a dog. He even made the teacher let him sit next to my baby. He's a bird dog. Hey bird dog, get away from my quail. Hey bird dog, you're on the wrong trail. Bird dog, you better leave my lovely love alone. Hey bird dog, get away from my chick. Hey bird dog, you better get away quick. Bird dog, you better find a chicken little of your own. He's a bird.
The trouble boys came in. I guess they'd been out fighting and a raving. It wasn't long before they moved in. I picked up the girls we brought to the dance at the night spot. It closed at 10, so I had to move fast to get my baby back from the trouble boys. 25 guys from the east side of the city. Kings of hell racing in the neighborhood. Well, one of them walked up and started dancing with my girl who was crying 'cause I didn't stop him. All I could say to my baby was, honey, this man is bigger than the both of us. He's a trouble boy, and his trouble boys all around me. No one likes getting kicked in the face. I don't know anyone to stand face to face with the trouble boy. Yeah, the trouble boy. Well, I thought to myself, it's time to make a move. I breathed my last sigh and I started to groove with my baby who was still dancing with the other guy. By the look in her eye was a martyr. She knew I was dead 'cause no one cuts in on the trouble boy. Yeah, the trouble boy. And the trouble boys all around me. No one likes getting kicked in the face. I don't know anyone who stands face to face with the trouble boy. Yeah, the trouble boy. Woo! Woo! 25 gorillas all around me. I was shaking like a leaf on a autumn tree. The leader came up and he grabbed my hand and he shook it like a brother. Didn't crush it after all. He said, "Good shot, buddy. You're the only guy who stood up to the trouble boy." Yeah, the trouble boy. Yeah, the trouble boys all around me. No one likes getting kicked in the face. I don't know anyone who stands face to face with the trouble boy. Yeah, the trouble boy. No one likes getting kicked in the face. I know someone who can stand face to face with the trouble boy.
rattlesnake hide. Got a brand new chin that baby built on top, and it's a made out of human skull. Come on, take a little walk with me, baby, and tell me, who do you love? Who do you love? Now around the town they use a rattlesnake whip. Take it easy, baby, don't you give me no lip. Who do you love? Who do you love? I got a tombstone hand, a graveyard mind. I'm just 22 and I don't mind dying. Who do you love? Yeah, who do you love? Ah, who do you love? Took a man by my hand. She said, Lonesome George, you don't understand. Who do you love? The night was dark and the sky was blue. Down the alleyway I swag and flew. Hit off bump and somebody scream. You should have heard just what I seen. Who do you love? Who do you love? Yeah, who do you love? Oh, who do you love? Graveyard man. Just 22, baby, I don't mind dying. Snakeskin shoes, baby, put them on your feet. Got the good time music with the boat in the beat. Yeah, who do you love? Who do you love? I walk 47 miles of barbed wire. I got a cobra snake for a necktie. Brand new house on the roadside, and it's a made out of rattlesnake hide. Got a brand new chin, the mama bit on top, and it's a made out of human skull. Come on, take a little walk with me, child. Tell me, who do you love? Yeah, who do you love? Who do you love? rolling in the rock. When you see me coming up, what's your window high? The window high. When you see me coming up, what's your window high? The window high. When you see me leaving, you better hang down your head and cry. Well, I know my rider, she's bound to love me some, to love me some. Well, I know my rider, she's bound to love me some, to love me some. She used to throw her arms around me like some circle around the sun. I know my rider's gonna miss me when I'm gone, when I'm gone. Yeah, I know my rider's gonna miss me when I'm gone, when I'm gone. She's gonna miss her loving daddy from rolling in her arms. Well, I know my rider's gonna miss me when I'm gone, when I'm gone. Yeah, I know my rider's gonna miss me when I'm gone, when I'm gone. She's gonna miss her loving daddy from rolling in her arms.
The first song in that set was Bird Dog by the Everly Brothers, released in 1958, and went up to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. And for those of you who don't know what a bird dog is, it's a guy who chases after other guys' girlfriends. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Dave Edmunds followed with Trouble Boys off his Tracks on Wax 4 LP, the same 4 musicians who recorded as both Nick Lowe and Rockpile. Next came George Thorogood and the Delaware Destroyers doing their cover version of Bo Diddley's Who Do You Love? And he does give tribute to Bo in the song referencing the Bo Diddley beat. George Thorogood's version of the song does employ the Bo Diddley beat. It's 4 4-bar measures. In the first measure, the emphasis is on beats 1 and 4. In measures 2 and 3, the emphasis is on beat 3. In measure 4, the emphasis is on beat 1. So you get this syncopated rhythm. Bump, 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 bump. And you'll hear that in George Thorogood's version. But you don't hear it in Bo Diddley's original version of the song. Instead, it uses more of a modified cut shuffle beat, 2/4 time, giving it kind of a rockabilly feel, similar to Chuck Berry's Maybelline.
47 miles of barbed wire. I use a cobra snake for a necktie. I got a brand new house on the roadside, made from rattlesnake hide.
That was followed by the Hollies giving us Long Cool Woman, paren, in a black dress, close paren. Released in 1972, it got all the way up to number 2 in the USA. And we finished that set up with the Byrds version of I Know My Rider. That song can actually be traced back to Blind Lemon Jefferson's Deceitful Brown Skin Blues, which was released as a single in 1927. And there have been a lot of cover versions of that song ever since. So as the sun sets on the Assawoman Bay, it casts a warm glow of sunshine on the face of all of the partiers relaxing on their flotation devices and on their beach chairs on the sand. Sometimes you have a moment where you think, life doesn't get any better than this.
I was cruising in my Stingray late one night. line. But I'll go you one better if you got the nerve. Let's race all the way to Dead Man's Curve. Dead Man's Curve, it's no place to play. Dead Man's Curve, let's keep away. Dead Man's Curve, I can hear us say, won't come back from Dead Man's Curve. The street was deserted late Friday night. We were bugging each other while we sat out the light. We both popped the clutch when the light turned green. You should have heard the whine from a screaming machine. I flew past the brayish mops and crescent lights, and all that Jack could see were my six-tail lights. He passed me at Doheny, then I started to swerve, but I pulled her out and there we were at Dead Man's Curve. Dead Man's Curve, it's no place to play.
Well, the last thing I remember, Doc, I started to swerve, and then I saw the Jag slide into the curve. I know I'll never forget that horrible sight. I guess I found out for myself that everyone was right.
Won't come back from Dead Man's Curve. Dead Man's Curve. There's no place to play. Dead Man's Curve. Dead Man's Curve. Won't come back from Dead Man's Curve. Dead Man's Curve. There's no place to play. Dead Man's Curve. Let's keep away. Dead Man's Curve. I'm the hippiest number in town, and I tell you why. I'm the snappiest dresser right down to my inch wide tie. And to get you wise, I'll explain to you a few of the things that a face is supposed to do. I wear a suit jacket with side bands 5 inches long. I have two-tone robes, all the rest, yeah, you know this is wrong. But the main thing is, unless you're a fool, you know you gotta know, yeah, you know, yeah, you gotta be cool. I just want you to dig me. With my striped suit jacket that the salts can plainly see. So the action lies with all of you guys. It's how you look in the other cat's eyes. What don't you see? What don't you see? What don't you see now? What don't you see now? Come on, baby. Don't you see now? Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, don't you see now? Then tell me why. There's a place I go and I am into the sea. You belong in a cage. Who turned you loose on me? Oh yeah. Said you belong in a cage. Who turned you loose on me? If I was your daddy, I'd go and jump into the sea. Well, I remember the time I saw you walking up the street. Great big legs and a little bitty feet. Bless my soul when you turn around. You were so ugly, I just had a frown. Well, you one ugly child. Who can your mama be? Said you one ugly child. Who can your mama be? If I was your daddy, I'd go and jump into the sea. I just had a frown. Well, you one ugly child. Who can your mama be? You one ugly child. Who can your mama be? If I was your daddy, I'd go and jump into the sea.
Just simple lines, intertwining, you know, very much like I'm really influenced by Mozart and Bach, and it's sort of in between though. It's like a Mach piece, really.
What do you call this?
Well, this piece is called Lick My Love Pump.
That was the A-Bones doing Bonamo Twine off their Music -5 LP. That came out in 1993. The A-Bones came out of Brooklyn, New York, formed in 1984. Take their name from a song by the Trashmen. Before that, the Hawaii Mudbombers gave us Joanna Beach, which is actually a real beach on the coast of Australia. The Hawaii Mudbombers started out in Sweden in 1995, but I do not hear any European accent in those lyrics at all. That particular cut came off their Mondo Primo album released in 2004. The Downliners Sect gave us the 1964 release One Ugly Child. That particular song did not chart in either England or the US, but I thought it was cool enough to add it here. Before that, we heard from U2, the song Stories for Boys, the album Boy, released in October of 1980. And in support of their first album, they were touring in the US and were booked into small nightclubs, the kind of clubs you will see local bands. In fact, they opened for one of the local DC bands, the Slicky Boys. I didn't see that show, but I did see a show in which the Slickies opened for them about 6 months later. But still, it was a venue of probably less than 500 people. Quite a reach to where they are today, playing in 80,000-seat sold-out stadiums. That album, by the way, peaked at number 63 in the U.S. I actually think it's their best album, but nobody knew that at the time. Before that, we heard from the High Numbers, who gave us Zoot Suit. You do know the High Numbers, but you probably know them as The Who. The Who changed their name to the High Numbers for a brief period of time before changing it back to The Who. Their manager at the time wanted to take advantage of the growing mod movement in England and felt the High Numbers was a better name to capture that audience. But after Zoot Suit failed to reach the top 50, the band reverted to calling themselves The Who again. And now you know the rest of the story. Before that, the Police gave us their very pretty Invisible Sun. That was released in September 1981. It was the first single to be released in the UK from the album Ghost in the Machine and reached number 2 there. In most other areas, Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic was chosen as the lead single from that LP. I'm with the Brits on this. I think Invisible Sun is the superior song. We started that set out with Jan and Dean's 1964 hit Dead Man's Curve, which is based on a real curve in the Los Angeles area, which was the cause of many a car accident in the late 50s and early 60s. It's interesting because we know that the competition is driving an XKE, but we're never told what the protagonist is driving. The only clue we have is the Jag can see my 6 taillights. So what car in 1964 that was fast would have 6 taillights? Hard to say. Corvettes of that generation had 4 taillights, so it wasn't that. If you have an idea what he was driving, send me an email. SongsYouShouldKnowShow@gmail.com. Let's keep going with something from the golden age of popular music songwriting, the 1960s. These are the Turtles.
Everybody says be strong, but I just can't take it. Every time I look at you, I feel funny inside, yeah. I've been meaning to ask you this for such a long, long time. Can I get to know you better? Got to get to know you better. Can I get to know you better tonight? I know that you think of me as just a friend. Can I get to know you? But you don't know how friendly I can be. Yeah, I want so much to prove my love. Baby, give me half a chance. Can I get to know you better? Got to get to know you better. Can I get to know you better tonight? Now I don't think I can go another day without you. And one little kiss will tell me what I wanna know about you. It ain't gonna hurt you. Come on, baby, can I get to know you better? Got to get to know you better. Can I get to know you better tonight? Can I get to know you better? Got to get to know you better. Can I I'm crouching here with a telescope in hand, looking up to cross the Lego land. I really think it's about time that she came down. She a laughing, giggly, whirly bird. She got to be obscene to be offered. I really think it's about time that she came down. And I object to all the airmail that she picked up, the airmail that she picked up, the airmail that she picked up. Oh, when she's up there twirling round, just like a helicopter, copter, she's landing on the town. It's about time that I stop her, when she's up there twirling round, wow, wow, just like a helicopter, copter. Now she's away from convent, she's gone wild. She's grown from a nice young lady to a child. I really think it's about time that she came down. She's a laughing, giggly, whirly bird. She got to be obscene to be unheard. I really think it's about time that she came down.
twirling round, just like a helicopter, copter. She's landing on the town. It's about time that I stop her, but she's up there twirling round, 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 just like a helicopter, copter. But she's up there turning round, like a helicopter, copter. She's landing on the town. Look out, town. It's about time that I stop her. But she's up there floating round, 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 oh hey, oh hey.
Just like a breath of spring, you came my way. I heard a bluebird sing, but not today. 'Cause it's winter time, and the leaves are brown. Since you went away, my world fell
We started the set off with the Turtles doing Can I Get to Know You Better? That is off their You Baby album. Their second studio release came out in 1966. XTC gave us Helicopter off their Drums and Wires album, released in August of 1979. After that, the band Sagittarius gave us My World Fell Down. That was originally recorded by the Ivy League, but they did not have any chart success with it. Sagittarius did, reaching number 70 on the Hot 100. The song was heavily influenced by Brian Wilson's songwriting on Pet Sounds and Smile, and has actually been referred to as the best single the Beach Boys never made, and one of the songwriter's most accomplished masterpieces. We close the set out with the Yachts doing Heads Will Turn off their first album in the U.S., titled SOS, released in 1979 and charted at 179 on the U.S. album chart. It's a good one to own if you don't already. Which brings us to the time in the program where we must say goodbye until we meet again approximately a month from now when the next program is released. We must also say goodbye and goodnight to our friends here at Seacrets USA. The sun has set, the lights are on, the tiki torches are twinkling. If you did stop by to say hello, thank you. If you did not, please join us next time. We will finish out today's program with something from David Bowie that was not that popular at the time it was released, but since then has become one of his most covered and loved songs. Until we see each other again, please remember, you're never too old to discover new music.
Just for one day, we can be heroes. Just for one day, and you can be me, and I'll drink all the time. 'Cause we're lovers, and that is a fact. Yes, we're lovers, and that is that. Though nothing will keep us together, we could still die. Just for one day, we can be heroes forever and ever. What you say? Dolphins can swim. Though nothing will keep us together, we can beat them forever and